With the loss of an arsenal bird followed by the destruction of their ballistic missile base, Erusea is running out of ways to counter. This is a great opportunity for the Osean army to bolster our power to eventually take down the Erusian capital of Farbanti. The special long-range strategy is entering its final phase. Our objective is to attack and capture the Erusian Air Force Base in Cape Rainy in northern Erusia. This important base is at the forefront of our strategy to establish control of Farbanti. Under the cover of night, our plan is that all squadrons will invade from the valley to the south and mount an air assault on the area. The enemy's observation field has eyes on the skies above the valley, so your altitude will need to be restricted. If you go over a certain altitude, the enemy could spot you, ending the mission in failure. Keep that in mind. Once you arrive, you are to take out the enemy's air defense forces as soon as possible and prepare for the support squadrons. When the air defense forces are neutralized, the helicopter squadron should arrive carrying Marines. The plan is to take control of the base. Getting through the valley is only half the job.
Beginning nighttime aerial refueling process. Be careful of reduced visibility. 1,500 meters to tanker. Make left. Trigger, maintain your current approach. 50 meters. 100. Excellent work, Trigger. Refueling initiated. Maintain your current position.
Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out. Keep altitude below 600 meters. Good. Maintain your current course.
Searchlight up ahead. Watch for it.
Stay out of their sight.
Strider, ask this one. Our current ETA matches yours. Catch them off guard. Can we secure the LZ quickly?
We'll get you down safe. I'm worried you're short on men.
Pull up. Caution.
Everyone here has already signed their wills.
That ain't funny.
Never was good jokes. Okay, follow you in.
Pull up.
Understood.
Pull up.
Strider 1, you've passed through waypoint 2. The valley's about to get narrower. Be careful.
Caution. Pull up. Caution.
Watch your speed.
Pull up. Caution.
When can we take on the final mission? I'm starting to get tired of all this.
Pull up.
This is the last step, Count. We'll take the enemy base and use it as a bridgehead.
Watch yourselves out there. We're going to need all of you in Farbanti. Without Wiseman here, everybody wants to give orders like they're the company commander himself.
Pull up.
The best thing about Strider Squadron is our leader keeps his mouth shut.
Pull up.
You've passed waypoint 3. You're coming up on the base, imposing radio silence. We won't be able to talk again until you're over the base. Continue to keep an eye on your altitude. There are plenty of dark spots that can sneak up on you.
Pull up.
You just passed through waypoint 4. Radio silence has been lifted. You're almost at the base.
Visual confirmation on the airbase. Reach destination.
Commence the attack. It's time for their wake-up call. The longer it takes, the worse off we'll be. Hurry up. Finish them off.
All right, let's give them a beating. Locked on!
Strider 1, target acquired.
Enemies are attacking! The hell did they come from? They took out our leader's bird! Hurry or they'll roast us on the ground!
Fire up the searchlights! I can't see where the
keep up the attack. The sooner we finish this thing, the better. Okay, that takes care of all the SAM sites.
That's the last of our anti-air guns. They've all been taken out. This is Basil 2-1. Landing down.
Roger that. If the enemy is still present in large numbers when our ground forces arrive, the mission will be a failure. Go help our allies.
Be quick. Gotta move on time. Beans is free.
Your jokes haven't gotten any better.
Caution. Pull up.
Strider 1, enemy ship sunk.
Broadcaster, hostiles are still near the LZ. Can't make our approach.
Multiple helicopters spotted. Do you have a visual on them? Strider 1, I need you to take out those enemies in the LZ.
In position behind bandits.
Missile.
I'm taking fire, but I can still fight.
Missile. Stall warning.
Target acquired. Fox 2.
Locked on. Go down.
Open your eyes. Check 6.
The timing couldn't be worse. This puts our delivery staff in danger. Strider 1, target destroyed.
This is Basil's 1. Landing down. Trust your allies and keep moving. Space is ours for the taking. Wait the base, Commander. What are you waiting for?
Stall warning.
All enemy fighters down.
I feel their pain. I really do. But this is war. We've engaged the enemy reinforcements. Requesting immediate close air support.
Copy that. We'll send some your way.
Pizza guy's in trouble. Let's help him out.
It's all right. Those two Osean big shots will take care of them for us.
Target eliminated.
Stall
Great
warning.
work.
Stall warning.
Okay, that attack will push out the enemies on the front line. The lane ahead is cleared up. Have our thanks. Give me a damage report. We've suffered heavy losses. This is more than a surprise attack.
Picking up an enemy squadron. It must be the reinforcements they called in.
We've confirmed at least one leader. It's the one with the 3 scratches.
Enemy has a lock. Evade!
Target was not struck. Strider 1, Fox 2.
Emergency! The enemy reinforcements? They're stopping us! We can't do anything about their air power. We need support.
We still got 3 enemy fighters left. It's not over yet.
Everybody stay calm. Reform the ranks.
Stall warning.
Broadcaster, requesting close air support.
Strider Squadron, enemy reinforcements. Get some goddamn support there now.
Enemy numbers are small. Don't give in. Fight until the very end.
Missile.
2 remaining.
Missile.
Missile inbound. Evade.
One last enemy fighter. The enemy's looking to engage. Watch your back.
This is 2-2. We're stuck. We won't be able to capture the base at this rate. Keep your heads down. 3 strikes will take care of the enemy.
That takes care of that. Nice work. We did it. That's the last one. We've achieved air superiority.
Stall warning.
Missile away. Yes, target's still active.
Stall warning.
Enemy's got a lock. Strider 1 is back to bandit.
Say goodbye. That's it. If we take out those 2, we can force our way inside the facility.
Stall warning. Stall warning. warning. Star warning.
Target's destruction confirmed. That air support was right on the money.
Get your back. Pushing the enemy on their heels. Okay, start running on the count of 3. Great. I get to finally send my boys in to ring the doorbell.
Star warning.
There's still quite a few enemies holed up in there. However, we can't afford to wait any longer. Begin the assault. If anyone resists, kill them. Contact! 2 o'clock! Go! Go! Fire!
Star warning. Caution. Alert.
Tear down that barricade! How'd it go? This is Basilisk 1. The base is ours. We have control of all major functions.
Glad the pizza was on time.
Roger that, Basilisk 1. Mission accomplished.
Star warning.
All prisoners of war will be treated in accordance with international law. We've even brought pizza.
Looks like they can shred those wills.
I'm already getting an earful from the men over the needless paperwork.
No joke.
Okay, go ahead and begin your approach. Move to the flight control.
Roger that.
Strider 1, this is Basilisk. The runway is clear. You have permission to land. The party is on as soon as you get here. Reduce your speed. 3,000 meters to the runway. 1,500 meters to the runway. Lower your nose. You're too high. You're past the guidance limit. Make a visual landing. Right on the money, Strider 1. Strider 1 has landed. Let's go and greet him.
Excellent work on the night raid. Submarines have arrived from the Ocean mainland and are refueling. This base will serve as a frontline platform for our mission to take Farbanti. We're almost at the end of this operation.
Mihai's second sortie was designed to calculate how his physiology changed under the stress of combat. My job was to compare his performance as a pilot now to when he was younger and understand how his skills evolved. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure I wanted to know the answers anymore. For a man his age, Mihai's body was unbelievably resilient, remarkably flexible. His reflexes were as sharp as they ever were. Still, after all those years of flying in the outer layers of the atmosphere, even someone as strong as Mihai wasn't immune to the effects of the strain. The human body is fragile. It was not meant to handle the excessive amounts of radiation that constantly bombarded the stratosphere. For Mihai's second sortie, we used a flight suit that was still untested. He seemed fine on takeoff, but by the time he landed back at the base, he was clearly a mess. He got caught in a surprise dogfight with an especially stubborn enemy. It took a while for Mihai to bring him down.
Suspend mission.
The suit was ineffective. According to the data, it wouldn't let him fly to his full potential. A new flight suit was made to my exact specifications. When it finally arrived, Mihai's granddaughters glared at me with their disapproval. They blamed me for the pain their grandfather had to keep enduring. But Mihai remained stoic. He wasn't the type of man who cared about anything that happened here on the ground. I wasn't worried about it. I was confident the new suit would protect him thoroughly so that he could maneuver his plane any way he wanted. The moment he took off in his new flight suit, I realized what I had failed to before. Right after takeoff, as the wheels retracted, the plane suddenly arced up. It accelerated so quickly. I had never seen a plane move like that before. Mihai hit the high G's multiple times before disappearing into the blue. The support team couldn't even keep up. And then I knew. I understood why he never seemed to care about restoring his stolen country back to its former glory, and why he didn't seem to care about anything that happened here on the ground. Of course, Mihai's kingdom was the sky.
The operation to capture Erusea's capital, Farbanti, is beginning. This is the culmination of our work. We need to capture the Erusean forces' general headquarters in the south of Farbanti and end this war. The plan is for ground troops to attack Farbanti from both the east and north, and a task fleet will attack from the southwest. We will secure air superiority over the capital, while providing air support for our allies on the ground and in the water as required. By all accounts, we expect this to be an intense, full-scale battle across land, sea, and air. Should you need to replenish your ammunition or make necessary repairs to your craft, a return line has been set up in the north. During this operation, we will also be tasked with having to destroy the communications satellites that Erusea hacked. If we take down the information communication system that we believe they have control over, it should plunge Erusea into chaos. Once the capital falls, the Erusean military will be isolated and thrown into chaos, making it easier for us to end the war. However, that can't happen until after the capital falls, so you guys are the stars of this battle. Erusea will fight like a tiger, but we cannot lose. We must seize the capital and end this war.
Our troops have engaged at Farbanti Reconstruction Park, Silver Bridge, and the submerged area. We need you to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war. It's time. Commence the operation. Our friends are waiting.
Lately, as your company commander, I felt some of you young bucks coming after my championship belt. You're really putting the pressure on me. So I think I'm gonna go out there and head up the score a little bit. Just to show you guys how it's done. I trust I can count on all of you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, come back in one piece.
Strider 1, the men below you are to secure the Silver Bridge, but they can't break enemy lines. We have aircraft in addition to you, but our numbers are less than ideal.
Strikes in the sky. Bad for those guys.
Strider 1, return line is to the north. Head that way if you need to refuel. Good luck, everyone.
Count is back in the saddle as Cyclops 2. It's good to be flying with you again, partner.
Stall warning.
Cute. No, it's real funny.
We need more air support. We can't hold the bridge much longer without it.
Call reinforcements! Damn it! Should have known it sooner!
Strider 1, missile launched.
It's no use! We have to retreat! Enemy is locked on. Breaking!
Enemy backup inbound. Forces are heading from 2 separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in 2 and meet both threats at once.
Trigger, head for either area. Cyclops will take care of the other one.
Roger. Not bad at all, Trigger.
Missile. Missile.
Enemy sighted.
Missile.
Fox 2.
Missile. Missile.
Locked on. Go down.
Ram 8, behind my target. A missile dropped from our ECM. Shoot it!
Missile inbound, missile inbound.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Anti-aircraft guns destroyed.
Strider 4, Fox 2.
This is Scope 3. I'm hit!
Okay, Trigger. The park is all yours. We'll deal with the other threat.
I'll show them all how it's done.
Our air support has stopped the enemy. Advance on the hospital.
Vehicle eliminated. Strider 1, package away. Strider 1, missile away.
They took a bite out of me. Breaking.
Hostile lock on you, Strider 1.
Shoot them all down!
Keep an eye on your radar. All it takes is one missile to turn history.
Target is in range of guns.
We can't let the enemy take this position!
They evaded it.
Move around! Our real issue right now.
They shouldn't have mentioned 3 strikes during the briefing.
Look at what's left of our forces! Damn that 3 strikes! Waking up!
Boy, am I glad 3 strikes is here. The enemy doesn't want us to establish a base here. That's why they fear our presence. Roger. The park will be secured. The Ocean Big Dog clear the way.
I know the feeling. Bandit behind you. Caution.
Enemy on me! Waking up!
Strider 1, target acquired.
Forward and keep your eyes on the enemy.
Taking evasive action! Mark 2! I'm in position! He's mine!
I'm fighting!
Strider 1, bombs away. Strider 1, tank destroyed.
You lost the friendly!
Drive the enemy back. Take cover.
Enemy reinforcements on radar. Take them out.
Hostile forces moving down the HQ. We don't have enough units to hold them.
Split up. The longer this drags on, the greater our losses.
Roger that.
HQ! We're falling back! We don't stand a chance against their air support! Hold your ground! Enemy missile detected!
I thought it would be easier to survive the battle.
The missiles have got a lot of armament!
They aren't as good as the ones on Silver Bridge.
Bandit has a lock.
Grenade locked on! That area's all yours, Strider. We'll back up one squadron at the Silver Bridge.
You never know what's gonna happen at Naval Warfare.
Strider 1, missile.
Locked on. Missile inbound. Evade.
Hostile lock on you, Strider 1. Strider 1, bombs away.
How come we're the only ones pushing things up there? Where's our air support?
The tide of the entire battle changed
Allied ships. Just how many do we lose? Fox 2.
Ammunition
Damn it,
0.
Three Strikes is back. The enemy is showing signs of fatigue. Deal the final blow.
I'll
Missile.
keep the enemy most busy. Finish them off while they're on me. The enemy's striking back with everything they've got.
Anti-air gun eliminated. Maintain course to return for resupply.
Strider 1, this is Control Tower. Make your landing check. Too fast. Lower airspeed. Lower your nose. You're too high. Strider 1, this is Control Tower. The runway is clear?
Did you really think that missile was gonna hit anything?
This is turning into an absolute nightmare. There's no end.
This is the Stork. There are small boats hiding in the ruins. Take them out before they can approach the fleet. We need that bridge to establish our position. Give those ground troops all support they need. The harder the battle, the less likely it goes according to plan. We're evenly matched. It'll be a grind.
Missile, evade!
Missile. Skull 1.
Strider 1, target destroyed.
There's just too many of them.
Strider 1, missile away.
The enemy shepherds tried to stop our advance. It's tougher than we thought.
I don't like the look of things. They're relentless.
Whether it was Strider or Cyclops, it looked like he did a real number on the enemy. Our strategy is about to pay off. Eyeball to Ostrich. Take care of Niner Sierra for us. Roger. We'll provide supporting fire along with Stork. Our target is Niner Sierra. Prepare the first volley. Ready. Fire!
Tank units advance.
Finish them all! The enemy is exhausted, but we will be too before long. We're out of standstill. We're pinned down. Eyeball, give us a report. You overdid it. Thanks for the fire support. Roger.
Trigger, I'm on my way to join you. Our boys on the ground can finish up here. Understood. Understood. Lancaster, I'm meeting up with Strider.
Roger.
Don't let them through.
We've spotted enemy backup. Check your radars.
Copy. Trigger,
About time we finished up here and helped other allies in trouble.
You don't need to try and target every enemy. Just keep your focus. Take one down, then move on to the next.
You guys ever talk about anything other than tree strikes? HQ, this is 1-2. We've eliminated the enemy resistance. 1, 2, and 3 are making their way to HQ now.
3 minutes remaining.
Our allies aren't advancing as we hoped. This isn't good. Trigger!
Hit the areas where the enemy forces are thickest.
Missile. 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 Star warning.
Tank is destroyed.
Strider 1, hostile gunning for you.
Strider 1 has destroyed the target.
Target acquired. Breaking!
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Just about broken through the enemy's defenses.
Don't let him any closer.
Target in gun range.
The enemy has a lock on me.
Star warning.
2 minutes remaining.
Powerful AA defenses in the AO. Coordinates Tango 28, Lima 39.
Missile.
Your air support considerably weak and organized resistance from the Erusian army. Operation nearly complete. Just need to see it through.
Understood.
Understood.
All right.
Understood.
Missile.
Understood.
Understood.
Protecting the defenses.
Enemy is alive.
I shot my missile down before it reached. I'm being targeted from their ground facility. Taking fire! Stay alert. The enemy has a new AA defense system in the AO.
Locked on.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Target obliterated.
Bandit acquired.
Ground target destroyed.
1 minute remaining.
Enemy's got a lock.
Fox 2.
Didn't think that'd miss.
Strider 1, tank destroyed. You did really well out there, which is sure to bring an end to the war. You'll be heroes.
Don't know what medals they've got for you, but if you want one, come back in one piece.
Damn enemy air support. They're the ones who turn the tide.
Vehicle eliminated. 30 seconds remaining.
Star warning.
Enemy got away.
Cyclops 2, check your rear.
Fox 2! Fox 2!
Missile incoming in A.
Missile.
Warning! Missile in the air!
Missile.
Target acquired.
On my target's back. Time to punch through.
All aircraft, listen carefully. This is Lancaster. We have the upper hand. The enemy headquarters is almost ours. Operation to eliminate all enemy satellites also underway. All going according to plan.
Star warning.
The end of the war is in sight. Think of something you'd like to eat, guys? 'Cause I'm buying.
Roger that.
Man, don't jinx us.
You're right. 2 bogies. No, 5 Su-30s inbound.
Look, Mr. Rex.
What's going on here? I don't believe it. We just lost ship 3 and 4. We're taking heavy damage. It's like this monster is toying with us out there. We've got to do something.
LRSSG, we have an emergency order from Mission Command. Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order, but HQ wouldn't ask if they didn't have faith in you.
There they are. It's the snowbirds. The 2 leaders are at a different level. But don't underestimate the rest of them either. This should prove to be fun. What do you mean? It's just like you say. The enemy has experienced fighters in their midst.
Missile. Missile.
The enemy's got a lock.
They've flight blows the hell down. Dodge that missile.
One ship is sunk. Single fighter coming back around.
Don't let Mr. X run wild. Friendlies are suffering heavy damage.
Sub 5 is hit. Sorry, I gotta bail out.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Target locked.
Missed.
Ocean, check your 6.
Wow, are you sure he's human?
Looks like we're on our tail.
Missile.
Man it on your tail.
I'm hit!
Missile.
Stay focused. We've still got a monster to slay.
Missile.
Mr. X is eating through the Osea forces.
No. Who are these guys?
The ship was sunk soon after. That's the last we heard from them.
Not long before our forces are routed. Don't get too far ahead.
Locked on.
Enemy has a lock on me. Strider 3, warning. Missile inbound.
Missile.
Missile away.
Stall warning. Stall warning.
Not bad. As good as everyone says. Although their teamwork is somewhat lacking.
Call in our air support ASAP. Yes, I'm talking about them.
Cyclops, Strider, stop Mr. X.
Fox 2. Evaded.
Cyclops 3. I've been hit. I gotta eject. Take him out one by one.
Cyclops 3 is bailed out
Stall
safely.
warning.
Don't worry. He's
Stall
gonna make it.
warning.
Damn. Survived just fly like champions.
Listen, Trigger, real talk. We keep this up, someone's not going home. I'll act as a lure. Meanwhile, you shoot down Mr. X.
What?
Alright, he grabbed a bait. Time to take him for a
This
ride.
one's wide open.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Stall warning.
Man, this is one stubborn bastard. He's on my tail, but he won't fire. Waiting for the perfect shot, eh? Sorry, stranger, but my boys won't let you have it. Evasive action, now!
Stall warning. Stall warning.
Enough with your air show, Wiseman. You're pushing it.
Nah. Oh, Cal, that's sweet. I never knew you cared. You're all grown up. I'll even let the wisecrack slide.
Hey, I'm being serious here.
Scratch the last escort.
We need to be extra careful if we want to split up the two leaders. Eject while you can still talk.
Hold up. My radar has shown that an enemy aircraft has been stuck on Cyclops 1 for a while now.
Makes my blood run cold to even think if he came up on my 6.
Shit.
Target is hit.
Nice, fine. Give him one more. He's refusing to fire. He wants a short shot. Not too bad.
Cyclops 1, check your 6.
You're quite the entertainer, but the show's over with this next shot. Wasn't a bad pilot.
Wiseman, missile closing.
I'll keep him on me. Just a bit longer.
Shit. Cyclops 1 is down.
Cyclops
Wiseman, eject already, Wiseman. I'm sorry,
Stall
Count.
warning.
This plane exploded. Wiseman,
Stall
stay
warning.
strong. We're not done here.
Stall warning.
Cyclops 2, you got the lead. Wiseman! Shit! Negative, Cyclops 2, you're the lead. I can't do it. Trigger should take command. The duty is yours. That's impossible. Do it. Ah, damn it. Cyclops 4, form an element. We need our top gun if we're gonna take out that bastard.
We'll go count.
Stall
Enemy on
warning.
your back.
Damn, I want to go to Trigger's 8, but I can't keep up.
Target acquired. Missile hit.
Damn.
Now go finish the job.
Get Mr. X, Trigger. Shoot it down, Trigger. You can do it. In fact, you're the only one who can. radar suddenly turned off.
What is it? Respond.
My data won't update.
My HUD is
Damn
glitching
it.
out.
What was that?
I've lost radar contact. Watch out!
Look at the sky, towards the sun.
What is that?
A star? No, maybe an explosion?
This is Soul Squadron. Head home. It's not safe to stick around here if we lose our base.
Listen up. We've just lost our real-time connection with Mission Command. It's not just Mission Command. I'm not getting any response from outside our LOS. Brabante's now under Osean control. The operation was a success. We didn't get the orders that should have come after the operational success. We'll guide you to the scheduled airport. All aircraft, leave this airspace immediately.
Negative. They've got a debt to pay.
Count, we all feel the same way.
Shit.
So Wiseman died for nothing.
This is a peacekeeping force forward base near Erusean territory. Other Allied aircraft have probably been forced to make emergency landings at other airfields. We don't know much. The mission to capture the capital is nearly complete, but we unfortunately have no intel. The enemy communication satellites are down, and we have confirmed the deaths of several Erusean leaders. But our enemy was smart. They had a similar plan. Our own communication systems were destroyed at approximately the same time. We have no idea when or if they'll come back online. Stand by for further details.
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusea deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusea decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusea couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusea and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Erusea was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them, but without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant Masa it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Erusea's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Usea has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusea's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned, and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusean army.
With the capital under our control, Erusea's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Erusea will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Erusea's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
To the unidentified Osean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Osean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over.
This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Osean Long-Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusean army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
War is something I'll never get used to, but tonight has been a total shock.
It's Erusean military.
The city under martial law. Gunfire and a roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich. Target destroyed.
Which faction is the head of our organization? We need to know at once.
ID'd as Osean forces. This is AWACS from the LRSSG.
Our info has been updated.
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you.
Understood.
You were the ones on the radio.
ID data. Check your TAC terminal. Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route. Strider 1, target destroyed.
Fighter spotted. 3 strikes will find you.
Caution.
Strider 2, Bucks 2. Leading our country further into ruin.
It's Erusian.
They aren't responding aggressively.
General, if they're conservatives, they'll listen to us. The negotiations were a success, Lancaster. They've opened up a path for us. The more the merrier. We can't see the tops of the roofs from down here. Be on the lookout for enemy ambushes. What's wrong with drones? Whether you're a patriot or not, you're just too stubborn to change the times. We made it through the Anchorhead Bay area. We're heading along Highway 208 under the bridge. We're taking the coastal highway at the next ramp.
All right.
There's a strict curfew. Gather up bombs in other places to learn what's going on.
This is a message to all of you fighting out there. Ask yourselves, what is best for our country?
You're almost blind in there. Stay sharp. Wait. The General managed to convince them.
Listen, those that protect General LaFarge are the real patriots. Onward!
There's a vehicle up ahead. Think it's gonna ask us to pay a toll? Get closer and find out if it's an enemy vehicle.
We'll go. Let's go. We archived all the footage that we've shot when the communication networks come back online. Enemy has a lock on you.
There's a vehicle blocking the road. No response to hails. It's the radicals.
Signs of the clean warfare at the beginning of this war are now gone.
Why didn't that hit?
Confirming Strider 1 destroyed target. Nice work. That takes care of that one. We're heading for the highway. Thanks to you. We got out of paying that toll.
This is AWACS Argus. Those who can hear us are our allies. Your new orders are to dispose of Eduard Clark. The Osean Army officer with him is an imposter.
We're almost at landfill number 7. If we can make it through, we'll be in arm's reach of the rendezvous at Kruger Park. Captain Carl, do you have the means to record this conversation? I wish to explain to you the situation inside Erusea. I'm sure the boys listening upstairs will record it. The open declaration of war and expanding the front lines was all the work of some young Erusian officers. They were referred to as the Radicals, but there was an unseen force guiding them. It was technology they borrowed from the Belkans. When they actually went to war, the performance of the attack drones exceeded their wildest dreams. And they were incredibly clean, which got public opinion and the opportunists within the military on their side. They even manipulated the princess. The Belkan technology advanced UAV research within the Erusian Flight Test Center by at least 10 years. They used flight data from a former ace pilot to create drone AI, but to us it's no different than magic or alchemy. Airplanes are meant to be flown by human beings. For those of you listening in, am I wrong? We're heading towards Gruner Park. Rendezvous point is the helipad on this man-made island. We'll ditch the car and take the helicopter from there.
Strider 1, target acquired. your scheduled route.
No response. Got a pad feeling.
Strider 1, missile inbound.
Thanks. We would have been toast.
Your craft with scratches on your tail to be punished for your sins. Your sense of fighting with drones is what got us into this mess.
Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 19er Delta Lima. The rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah, don't they know nowhere is safe?
Ocean forces at landfill number 7. This is AWACS Longcaster.
This fall has led to another power struggle within the Erusian military.
General is speaking with the commander.
It's all gone to hell. Even radio chatters about the Civil War. Radio? You have one in your cockpit? Yeah, ever since my previous squadron.
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
Between the government forces
That
and the
was something.
insurgents, signals that Erusea is in a civil war.
Those guys shooting up there, aren't they both Oseans? We're the only ones here on our side.
An armored vehicle's behind us. It's a vehicle used by the Erusian forces. Take it out!
Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for him.
We're taking fire! Take care of them! Listen up. From here on out, all aircraft are prohibited from taking off. We're taking fire! Take care of them!
General, we still have drones at our disposal. It's too early for peace talks. Please, watch over the future of our veterans.
I'm hit! Get this guy off my back! We've almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood. System failures caused friendly fire incidents among Osean forces. There are even rumors of penal units turning on their former allies.
Take out Eddie in autonomous mode.
This one's wide open. With the main conflict concluded, regional forces in the center, south, and east struggle over stabilization of the nation. Vehicle eliminated.
I didn't think we were gonna make it, but you saved us. Thanks. We're coming up on a tunnel. We'll need to split up until we reach the exit. There's more to Belkin technology than just UAVs. Faking IFF designations for one was an astonishing feat. They used it to make drones that resembled Osean fighters. And then to assassinate Harley and put the blame on enemy fighters. But in the end, Belkin technology only brought chaos to the world.
I can't believe Erusea is responsible for Harley's assassination.
Talking politics? That's new.
Can't ignore a story like that, right, Trigger?
Shoot down any aircraft that approach us. What are you thinking?
Unknown aircraft approaching.
Missile. Missile.
I will explain.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Bad news.
Skull warning.
Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the General's day.
It's ID'd as Erusian.
The General's a real celebrity. Seems everyone wants to meet him.
Strider 1, tank destroyed. This is one of ours.
How'd you last, Longcaster? We've been briefed and we're here to help. Then we'll take back the city from the scoundrels who call us rebels. Destroy aircraft and carry bodies up ahead. They're beginning to double.
We were nearly done for. I couldn't have asked for better timing.
Missile.
Nice. Glad to see the Oseans attacking the radicals. We've reached the industrial zone. This should be the new rendezvous point. The coordinates are up ahead. Take out any enemies in the surrounding area.
Officers from countries annexed by Erusea have taken multiple groups and declared independence.
Gladly wait. Don't worry. Won't let anyone sue us if you.
Almost at the rendezvous, with the rear to the others.
Understood.
The radicals truly believe most of drone productions will make up for the losses. They should be taking responsibility for the capital's fall, but instead they're prolonging the war. That is why proper conservatives like myself are moving to regain control. If all goes well, we should be able to sign a truce with Osea quickly.
Landed on my sticks. I can't get them off.
We've reached the rendezvous point. There's the chopper, too.
Who do we turn to in this darkest hour? We need a beacon of light to show us the way. This is the Erusea News Network.
Okay, let's go. We're getting out of here. I've had just about enough of this place.
I'm on my target's
I'd like to offer my thanks to the LRSSG. This should finally bring about a true end to the war.
Understood. Good luck. Multiple unidentified aircraft approaching.
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down. This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa. There's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No, unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft your grandfather told me about. The one with the scratches.
There it is. The EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Wait, unknowns attacking the girl's plane.
Hold on tight.
Longcaster, permission to engage.
Negative.
What?
They could be Osean fighters. ID them ASAP.
Shit.
That's all we can do.
ID complete. They're Erusian fighters. What the hell's going on?
Stay sharp. Right, I'm shooting him down. Any complaints?
Granted.
Wilco.
Yeah, good work. Strider 1 has killed a bandit.
Careful, those guys are good. Wait, nothing is close like their shots, too. I managed to catch a glimpse of 3 strikes.
Don't miss.
Aim carefully.
9.
Missile.
No good. Shit.
Missile.
Missile hit. Strider 1, missile launched. Target acquired.
Bandit destroyed. Well done.
They're in my way.
Trigger, ceasefire.
Nice kill.
Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
The escort fighter is... The drive. They're missing the drive.
What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
Erusian aircraft, this is AWACS Longcaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Can you hear me on this channel, Osea craft? Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously. They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition.
What?
In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
Unfortunately, yes.
free. You are cleared to attack the escort.
Missile.
Wilco. Understood.
Wilco.
Hey, it's not our fault they won't listen to reason. Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses.
To build something else entirely. Can't abort the MQ-99's launch! Our commands are overridden! They must be accessing it remotely. Which unit is behind this?
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
Missile.
The escort must have used its remote activation rights to gain more allies.
Star warning. Star warning. Star warning. Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, target eliminated. Enemy on your back. Locked on bandit.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Missile away.
Missile. Missile.
5 bandits remaining.
Missile. Missile.
Damn it! We don't have the drive they need.
Fire. 4 bandits left.
It's not enough to be fully functional.
3 bandits to go.
There must be a time when it should not function. But when? They are to data, aren't they?
Missile.
2 bandits left. Show them what you got. One bandit to go.
Punch 2. Strider 1, that's what I like to see. Another story to tell my boy.
Understood. All hostiles have been eliminated. Nice. General's helicopters flying safely outside Anchorhead Bay. All aircraft, RTB, mission complete.
All hostiles, huh?
General, the Osean aircraft is here to pick us up. The approaching Osean aircraft.
Losing his army? Elaborate. They stole our sealed orders. It should be a piece of cake.
Are you sent by the General's staff? No, we lifted this missile! I can't!
There are 3 scratches.
What does that mean?
The tail of that plane.
In order to respond to the attack on the base, Cyclops has scrambled after being on standby. We'll head up too, once our planes are ready. Oh, and Labarth is dead.
What did you say?
Apparently, he was shot down by another Osean aircraft after he left the area of operations. I mean, I know it was chaos, but still. At any rate, the sealed order operation has come to a close. We have no idea about a plan for going forward.
All we can do for now is watch our own backs.
What's up with the commander?
He's staying in his room. He's still alive, since we can hear him crying.